Hello, friends, and welcome back to Positively Peppers, where today I'll be showing you the super hot peppers about 2.5 weeks since I brought them home from the garden center. I brought them home on April 26th, and today is May 13th, so about 2.5 weeks ago. And we'll go ahead and get started with our short king over here, the ghost pepper. Um, Despite his short stature, I think he's doing pretty good. He's put on a ton of new growth, and interestingly enough, he's already growing as if I had topped him, even though I haven't. But, he's growing well enough that I'm just letting it ride. I'm not too worried about it. And as you can see, there's also a lot of leafy green growth, which I love to see. And I leave as much of it as I can, unless it's touching the mulch, in which case I just go through and snip it right off. And that goes for all of these peppers, along with any flower buds that come in. I just go ahead and trim those off once they're large enough to safely do so. Moving on to the Trinidad Scorpion, it is definitely the tallest of the bunch, and the leaves, while not much down low, the leaves that have been coming in, like growing with the plant, have been nice and compact, nice and green. I'm very happy about that. Um, Also, since I got these, I've watered them about 6 times, and half of them have been normal waterings, and the other half have been doctor's recommended amount of liquid fertilizer on the back of the packaging. And lastly, we have the Carolina Reaper. It has a decent amount of lower growth. It's not big enough for me to trim safely yet, so I'll leave that for a little bit. And it is also, interestingly enough, growing as if I had topped it. But, like I said, I'm all right with that. Um, I think it's growing very well. They all have very green leaves, very healthy looking leaves, and I'm very happy so far about the fact that they seem to be doing very well. So I'm probably going to keep the every other fertilizer train going, and that's all I got for you. Hopefully your gardens are going well. Hopefully everything you're growing is doing great. Let me know what you're growing down in the comments. Like and subscribe. See you next time. But wait, there's more. I realized after saying that I watered them 6 times after 2.5 weeks that might have seemed a little gratuitous. So this is where the peppers are eventually going to be calling home once the weather has kind of stabilized. We had like a 7 to 10 day streak of like 70 to 80 degree days, and in this spot they get full sun for like 7 or so hours. So they've been loving it back here, but because they're in these little pots that have just been getting blasted by the sun, I figured I would show that as to kind of why they've been getting so much water. But it also kind of doubles as a good way to show exactly how much they've grown since a couple weeks ago. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you. The Lego clone troopers are bravely on guard. See you next time.